Hello. So I realized that this sounds like another song a little bit, but I was not thinking of that song when I wrote this. But I did hear a tune in my head. Um, thing about music is there will be some common sounds, some common combos, and that kind of thing. But I hope that this song will literally speak for itself, and I hope that you enjoy. Um, and the dog is looking in my direction, but he hasn't got up and started singing himself yet. Where is my water? I wouldn't mind having it here. That's the only thing. Just a moment. I think I see it. Hopefully, when I stop playing, it'll stop. And otherwise, you know what? I'll just let him think. I'll let him think. Why not? I should do that every now and then, right? Mm. So we got one person here. Oh, and we got somebody saying, "Hey, hi, Saad. How are you?" Uh, Sayed. I don't know how you say it. I think it'd be Sayed if it was Sayed. First time to the channel, or how did you come across this? Glad to have you here. So I just put some lotion on my hands, and I got that stuff is very watery. So I just have to get it well rubbed in before I begin. First time. Okay, cool. So where are you watching from in the world? And how did you come across the channel? I'm glad that was just a double comment. I wasn't sure if it was mailed first. Okay, where's my pick? It's in there. Okay, so here we go. I didn't write the chords out to it, but I think it's the same all the way through. Whether my voice will sing it the same as the same chords I'm playing, we'll see when we do it. It's a fairly new song for me. Sorry if our dog's noisy at the beginning. Rub this lotion in a bit more, at least on my pick hand. Okay. You got a voice and you want to be heard, not just blend into the blur. Most of the things you say have words. You got a voice that needs to be heard. You are someone who's funny and kind. You are someone who may not walk a straight line. You are someone who chooses your own path. Usually there's nothing wrong with that. The day you find your first words, make them count and you'll be doing good. And as a kid who's forming opinions, trying to figure out life and asking questions. I think I'd reverse how I wrote it there just for the rhyme purposes. You will still sing and you will still dance, and you should whenever you get the chance. And if you don't sing, you'll still have words. We're all pretty much the same at our birth. As we get older and the world and our lives unwrap, there's still many gifts amongst the crowd. As a team, we may try hard just to fit in. Feel free to request a cover song as well. Soon we'll be shy. Some will be shy and others won't. You'll say your angst and that won't stop. You have your fun and your goof off. You'll become an adult and you feel both things still strong. Maybe you'll find ways to sing your life song. Then you get older and older still. This isn't about the melody necessarily as much. You'll even more tired and someday you'll start to hunch and you feel a hunch. You may not like the pre-made lunch. at the senior's home, but it's okay. You're alive even though you're turning gray. Then comes the final day, and you'll have things you'll want to say. Your family and friends may not be able to hear, may not be able to speak, but it should be clear that your heart knows what you want to say, and so do theirs, as they all had on. We all had on our way. What should I say? Maybe I don't know. Sorry. Bit more here. I'm just noticing that my back is here. And someday you'll try, then someday you'll try to speak to minds. Telepathically, your words may find they give healing and it gives comfort, gives hope and joy. They speak to the pain and speak to a life that's been lived. Voice won't, you have a voice, don't keep it hid. Speakers sing of love and joy, as you got an important voice. And it doesn't look like anybody's here right now, but that might be inaccurate. I wouldn't think you'd leave dirt, but I understand. I do understand that. I understand that that melody line, the chords, whatever, is very simple, very basic. I don't know. We don't have anybody here, but I feel like it just started rolling. Technically, I do have a meeting in an hour, in 5 minutes, rather. Not an hour at all. Within the next hour coming up. But it's not super urgent, and I'm not feeling it. And it's just with one other person, and yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I think I'd rather be podcasting. Even though the person that was here a moment ago doesn't seem to be now. I don't know if the audio quality wasn't good or what, but I'm going to keep rolling for a little bit longer. And what I might also do is see if there's anything else I can do to kind of jazz up the melody a little bit. Not that it hugely needs it necessarily, but it might benefit from it. So I was just did my original song, and I'll do it again in case it's somebody different that's here. The other person, maybe their phone died or something came up, but I'm trying to figure out a way to add a bit more of a melody to it. Maybe that. But I'm not a great picker, but I don't know if I like that or not. Sometimes it's just how you strum it. I don't know. But I do like this guitar. I hardly ever play this one. And he was busy at work, so I couldn't ask if it's okay, but I'm sure he mostly wouldn't mind. So I'm just noodling with the melody a little bit. I just did my song, and I can certainly do it again for the person that just tuned in. I haven't been rolling while you laughed at it. I don't know how to make it more interesting unless I pick different chords. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess the thing is that I am a little bit bored of the chords I do often, which is not usually my lazy bassy F sharp. I don't like that. What about that? going to do the song again. It may not sound that much different, but I want to kind of get into it a little bit, and hopefully you will as well. And I'm pretty happy with the lyrics. I spun them out pretty quickly, and I'm pretty happy with the lyrics, to be honest. I'm not really looking for feedback on that as far as like changing them. But if you want to say how they resonate, there is definitely a part within the song that speaks to what kind of gave the inspiration. Although I didn't see anybody outside, the dog heard noise in the neighborhood, and that maybe an intro of some sort might also help. Okay, I'm liking that idea. Anything else I want to do with it? See, the thing about this particular song, the thing about songwriting, I guess I should say too, is that there's not necessarily rules. You know, some people will say there is. There's not necessarily rules to songwriting, and a lot of people would agree with that too. Um, this might be the first song where I'm not sure if I have a chorus. However, with what I do have, we could try and find one together. So I'm going to put it in the comments just for anybody who tunes in while I'm doing it. You know, I'm going to wait till somebody comes in, but once they come in, I'm going to start, and other people might come in. So the dog's being pretty good, and I'm thankful for that. Just gonna check this device quickly. There's nobody here right now, so. But as soon as they get here, I'm gonna hop right in. I'm looking for a particular name of a friend. I'm not seeing it in that messenger. It's got a small shared one. She hasn't been active for a few minutes. She might be at work. I want to try and write a second one on the spot because I do sometimes have luck with that. Essentially, that's what it did there. I mean, I could have just done that and not written it out. It just did it on the spot. But I'm glad that I wrote it out because then I can reference it back a little easier, you know, not just hearing it, but reading it and adjusting it. And actually, the first time I played it, I did realize that there was maybe a spot in it that I would reverse. And I might try and find that. That way I can sing it more smoothly this time. So just a moment here. And this extra they speak. That to a life lived, I understand because of where I put that, but I'm trying to make that part I might want some feedback on. I'm trying to make it sound a little bit more like it's kind of, and maybe it does already. I don't know. Like it's about like two people communicating, or like you know, like you said, and the person still alive. Um, I think it was this. Yes, just because of the rhyme. There's nothing otherwise wrong with it. and understanding that we don't necessarily have all the answers, you know. Um, yeah, just gonna scroll up to the top. I'm feeling a bit low energy, and it's just after 12. And I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a long afternoon. I almost want to heat up some coffee, but I'll be all right. You know, I keep I keep feeling mixed about that smiley ball. Sometimes I think it's kind of funny and cute in the corner there, and other times I find it distracting and like people are. I don't think anybody would be creeped out by it, but might just I don't know. So he gets brief appearances, and I try and keep it at that. If it was just for the double haze, I would have almost thought that person was maybe a spammer. Um, just want to check a couple of things quickly. I'll try to keep the dialogue happening. Montage, a 41-minute montage, and it looks like it might be a shooting game. That's the photo. Plus, it doesn't look great that it didn't stay. I mean, I can tell myself what may be the case. So I'm going to do the song again in just a moment here. The person left, so I'll give it an extra moment. Is this Maxie alive? Yes. Nobody will have been in there more than 3 minutes. Give a Jesse for song mummy? I don't know what that means. But it did make me, I just saw on something else I was just looking at, I did just see somebody mentioned username is a type of car that makes me think of somebody who has an original song. And actually, it was really weird. I saw, and then I'll do mine again in a moment, but I saw on their page this thing about a publishing and writers, a writers thing from today to Thursday, I think, which was actually quite perfect for my schedule this week for the most part. I don't know how many hours it would have been each time, but then when I went back to look, I didn't see it, nor did I see it on the publishing page. So I don't know. It may have been either big or they decided they were. I don't know. It was really kind of odd. But I do know that this song is somewhat religious, but somewhat not. And also, how I know it is hopefully, yeah, hopefully that shows doesn't show to anybody else. But we all know there can be trolls. How what I can say about it is that it was a song that would often kind of, I noticed things pretty quickly usually, but I didn't notice this all that quickly. It took me years because I was in the environment and there was things going on and things to process, and I was I don't know, not looking for just kind of accepted it as it was, and it was usually getting pretty late at night by the time that this song was performed. But it's called Checking In, and it's actually was the kind of finishing the open mic night song. And I'm tempted to do it. I'm a little bit sad that I don't live near it anymore, and they also have a choir thing that they do there and a couple other musical things. And it does make me think of some people that I used to go there with that have passed away, and some I've just not been able to figure out reconnecting with. Um, and it's not like I'm performing in many other places these days for reasons I sometimes talk about, but maybe someday I will again. I'm just happy to have YouTube. Um, but it's kind of a cool song, so maybe I'll do it. If you guys don't mind a slightly religious song, in the meantime, I'm going to do the song that is in the title that I wrote today, which is not really that religious, but if you see it that way, you see it that way. Whoops. And that's very motivating, you know. Two people come in and then it looks like they both left right at the same time. Very strange. But you know what? That could just be a odd coincidence, you know. Nothing poisonous. Not like 15 people did it, right? But it's weird. They both came almost at the same time and left at the same time. It's really odd. But I was just thinking of a lyric from this song, and it kind of ties in with my feelings that I was just saying. I also almost had a theater performance. I was gonna rent the space and use it for, and then there was something else. I can't remember. More recently, I was inquiring. I don't think it would have been the groups I'm trying to do because that would have been monthly, possibly even twice a month, and I wouldn't be able to easily get there that often. And I don't remember what it was for though. Oh, right, right. Which again, I could just do it on music and talk about the songs a little bit, and be mostly improvised with it. That would, somewhat organized. That way, I feel a little bit comfortable with what I'm doing, and know what the plan is and that. But otherwise, take the pressure off, keep it simple, keep it improvised. Maybe even change it each night. If I get into this, if I get a performance in a festival next year, I mean, you know, part of me wants to have a show that people can, mention to other people. Oh yeah, you should see that; it's really good. And if it's well known improv group, then you can kind of be all right with it. And I think I could anyway. But it's kind of like I kind of want people to be able to tell people, oh yes, it's good, and then be consistent, with that. So I'll do this song, and then yes, if you'd like to hear another, you can do a song request. But I do have one on mine that I might do that you probably don't know, but I'll do it anyway. But this is an original, and it's called something to the effect of "Your Voice" or something like that. You got a voice, you got a voice that you want to be heard, not just blend into the blur. Most of the things you say have words. You got a voice and it needs to be heard. You are someone who's funny and kind. You're someone who may not want to walk a straight line. You are someone choosing your own path. Usually there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe finding your first word. Make them count if you're doing good. Get whispering opinions. Trying to figure out life and asking questions. You still sing and you still dance. And you should whenever you get the chance. But if you don't sing, you still have worth. We're all pretty much the same at our birth. And as we go through life, we're also different but similar. And as you get older and our lives unwrap, there's still many gifts amongst the misdeeds we may try. We try harder just to fit in. Some will be shy and some won't you'll find it in your life song. Sing. Start to sing. Louder now. Louder now. You're getting older and older still. Grow even more tired someday. Start to hunch, to feel a hunch. You may not like the pre-made lunch at the senior's home, but it's okay. You're alive when you turn gray. And then comes the final days. Feel the feels. Let's talk. You have things you wanna say. Family and friends may not be able to hear. May not be able to speak, but it should be clear that your heart knows what you want to say. So do theirs, and you'll head on your way. And someday you'll find you try and speak to minds. Telepathically, your words may find they give healing and comfort. They give hope and joy. They speak to pain into a life that will live. If you've got a voice, don't keep it hid. Speakers sing of love and joy, 'cause you've got an important choice. Got somebody here? Glad to have you here. Don't be shy in the chat. And you left. you stayed for the song. And I understand. That's the other thing that I should understand when singing a song like this, and I do, is that, and some people prefer to talk to strangers, is that it did have a deep kind of louder part to it. And like I say, I'm kind of looking for a chorus within it, which might bring it back around to a bit of a different, point. Although it is one of those very much progressive songs, right? But like I'm thinking of a loved one actually that and some people they'd rather avoid their emotions than sit with them, and I do get it somewhat too, than sit with them and accept them and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Now, until we get another viewer, because then I'll do a song that I'm a bit more familiar with, although I haven't done it very often. That one that I was referring to a little earlier, but I will try to do it. You should know things are going me today. Yeah, I'll do that one. But in the meantime, until we have someone here, I'm just going to noodle through some other ideas. When I said progressive, I don't just think of eyeglasses. I have been thinking a little bit about a relative who had MS, and that's a progressive condition. And I was going to write a little song on the spot about that, and I might. And if you just tuned in and you didn't hear the song that I mentioned in the title, ask. I'll do it again for the third time. And you left. They're like, oh, it doesn't look like it went very well the first two. Can't please everybody. I wish that, there's a small part of me that wishes that they say why, But maybe there. With that being said, I know that there are some people that mostly like metal music, and that's not me at all. But every now and then they like other stuff too. But um, oh, that's a neat question that somebody asked. Actually, do you ever play by a fire and serenade your friends? It was actually I've been wanting to have a bonfire for a while now. I've only actually I biked past somebody having one once, and then yeah, that little party thing that we were at the other day, I did. That's interesting. I think I should know. I just saw that recently. Just a moment. Let me check about something. I don't know what that means. Um, it's just interesting because in that, and also what I have open on that chat, I'm used to hearing his stuff, and he does the same stuff a lot. That's kind of the main reason why. And also, I think I was rolling first actually. I got here first, but um, and actually, I saw the name doubled earlier today. First name. So I'm gonna do another. It's not my original, but it's a friend's original, and I've asked in the past, and she said that it was okay. So I think I'm gonna do it. We have two of you here. I can certainly do the other one again. It's been a bit quiet in this video as far as with viewers and stuff, but I haven't been rolling that long either. So I could do that one. Happy to do that one again. The voice one. I'm still trying to figure out where the chorus may kind of be, or if it has one at all. It might be a unique song that doesn't have a chorus. But I'm also going to do this song. You can take it religiously or not, and I hope you enjoy it. And then I might do one on the spot, and I can also do song requests if you have any. But this is called Checking. Hello, hello, Lord. Here it's me again. Time for checking in. Thought you should know how things are going for me today. I do all styles. I got sunshine at my feet. I got a little wine to drink. Above my head, I got someone to stay with me. And I wanna have you on. Now so many friends have gone. Jesus called to take them home. Not overly religious channel, just so you know. Sometimes it gets a little bit, but not much. And I know there ain't no pain, and our love have been gained. And more than friends. Hello, Lord. Yeah, it's me again. Checking in. Thought you should know how things are going for me today. I got sunshine at my feet. I got a little wine to drink. Above my head, I got sunshine. And I got you. I'm trying to remember if there's another verse. Like I say, I haven't heard it in a while. There's something about a preacher and a teacher and a sister. Yeah, that's pretty much that song. I think I will do the other one because the two of you are sitting here enjoying what you're hearing, and I'm pretty proud of this song that I just wrote. Then I will maybe write one on the spot, like I say, and if you have a song request, feel free. The only thing I really don't do is metal. Hard rock, for those that like the heavier stuff, I I could do. Um, and I'm not really Jews. I don't know what that is. Jazz. It's a combination of jazz and blues. I don't really do those styles, or really listen to them very much, to be honest. But okay, I think that we all relate to this, and it's one of those secret songs. And if you could be so kind as to, first of all, hopefully you can like and subscribe. And if you would help me find a chorus, as we got a third person here, welcome. I'd appreciate that. If this song even has a chorus, I don't know. Like I say, it's a secret song. That I still remember. There's a guy I knew. He passed away. I didn't know him well, and Margaritaville, the song, if you know it, Jimmy Buffett. He always used to say to the group, "Well, you have to sing it in this way, and then in this way, and then in this way, because it's a secret song." But whether that means it doesn't have a chorus or not, you can tell me. Anyway, I did do this a couple times, but nobody was really here, so. Got a voice and you want to be heard, not just blend into the blur. And most of the things you say have worth. You got a voice that needs to be heard. You are someone who's funny and kind. You may not want to walk a very straight line. You're someone choosing your own path. Usually there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe finding your first words. It's your first words. It don't count, you'll be doing good. As a kid, you're forming opinions, trying to figure out life and asking questions. I think it's what you have right in there a little bit. Otherwise, it's really repetitive. And you will still sing, you will still dance, and you should whenever you get the chance. If you don't sing, you still have birth. We're all pretty much the same. From our birth, at our birth, more alike than different. We get older and the world with our lives unwrapped. There's so many gifts amongst the crowd. As a teen, we try. Not. I'm going to take out the may. Again, but then I say the next part. As a teen, we try harder just to fit in. Some will be shy and others won't, and then. And I'm going to put the and then for the rhyme. You'll say your angst and that won't stop. You'll have fun and you'll goof off. You'll become an adult, feel stronger about things. Sorry, like I say, it's a bit rough still. I feel about things stronger about. Yeah, okay. It feels strong, even strong about things maybe you'll find ways. This part is what I'm not sure about. It says, oh, another field here. You'll, where is it here? You'll become an adult and feel even stronger about things. Maybe you'll find ways. What I have is to sing your life song. And I like that line. I guess what I was doing was I was rhyming strong. Feel more strong. You'll become an adult. Feelings become more strong. Yeah, more strong. And you'll find ways to sing or speak, for the non-singers out there, or speak your life's songs. And I think after each kind of progression, I'll do the that's where it gets a little deep. You can feel the feels. We can talk about what you feel. You'll get older and older still. Grow even more tired and weak. I think I'm going to change the some days. Climbing life's hills, maybe? Climbing life's hills. You start to hunch and you feel a hunch. You may not like the pre-made lunch at the senior's home, but it's okay. You're alive even though you're turning gray. And then comes the final day. You'll have things you want or need to say. I do like that. I mean, it's sometimes hard to define want versus need, but family and friends may not be able to hear. May not be able to speak, but it should be clear. Let your hearts know what you want to say. Some will do theirs as we all head on different ways. And then someday you're okay. And then someday you'll try to speak to mine. Sorry. Telepathically, your words may find. They can give healing and comfort and support. No, actually, sorry. It's still a little bit rough, but it's certainly it's making progress, and it probably doesn't have much more progress to make other than maybe adding instruments or something. But this would, when you're trying to perform a song, it's harder when you have the emotions, especially when you've been through a recent loss. So I don't think I'd ask G, even though he's off tomorrow, but we'll see. To give healing, give comfort, give hope, joy, and support. Speak to the pain and to life's lived. I didn't know how I wanted to say that, but I think that's how I want to. Because even someone who's currently living is living a life that's lived. You have a voice, don't keep it hid. Speak or sing of love and joy. you got an important voice. Okay, I'm probably not going to do that song again in this video, but I'll bring it into the music every now and then. Oh, nice to have you here. I was going to go check Max's again and try and reel you in. No, I wrote that, and I'm sometimes my own friend. Well, look who's playing guitar again. You know, I have been a few times lately, but yeah, we got the strings all fixed up, and you know, I could go on the piano, but right now I'm not. But I could. If somebody wants to hear a piano song, as long as it's not classical, I can do it. I'm not the classical player. I have listening to it. You have what? Thank you for being here. I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit tired and under the weather, and I'm feeling kind of, well, I'm not a teenager anymore, and I'm feeling a little bit more than a young adult, which I kind of am. So I'm in that part where, you know, sometimes I'm feeling tired and not super strong and turning gray and all that stuff. By the way, did you check my comment? Quite a long one. Where? I'm seeing about 5 of them. Did you take it out? Because I was playing music. I didn't touch it. And what does everybody else think about it? Actually 40, but yeah. Did you think I was in my 20s? Okay, well, thanks. Life was way different then, as I sometimes go on about. Well, not way different, but does anybody else have a song request, by the way? And please paste your long comment again. I'd be open to seeing it, but I don't see it. I do like your yellow flower, though. Kind of vague. Oh, I don't know what other song I might do, although I did have an idea, and it's still with me, so maybe I will do that. Recently, I did a video where I learned a bit more about my cousin who passed away of MS. And I don't remember everything that was in that video, but it was helpful to do it, I guess I would say. There's a part of me that wants to write a little song on the spot while I'm waiting for other song requests. Kind of about him, to be honest. I don't know if I've ever asked this on here before, but I think that I have. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was quite a number of years ago, but thank you. I think it was just a couple of years before the pandemic or something, and I hadn't seen him much since I was a teenager. And you can learn more about him and all that, well, hopefully within this song. The most recent one is G's sister, quite recently. I didn't know her greatly, but I knew her a little bit. So, yes, if you have a song request, feel free to put it. Otherwise, I'm going to try and write a song on the spot because I have no other ideas. I do have a Journey song, and I do have an Elvis song. I was thinking of doing tomorrow with G, though. The G and the G and C. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes I have luck writing something on the spot, and I think I'm going to try and do that. And if you want to suggest a title, that one was, like I say, sometimes they're not. If you want to suggest a title, I'm still not sure exactly what the title is of the one I just did and where the course may be, if there is one. So if something stuck out to you, that might be the answer. I also kind of want to do a song where you tell me about your loved one that has passed away or some things about yourself, and I make one up on the spot. And we see how accurate it is and what comes from that. I feel like I've gotten that idea once or twice before, but I don't know if I really did much with it. Like you were saying that you were going to try Always Remember. Oh, I did sing that once when you were watching, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Makes me think of another family member, but they're alive, but not really in my life. But I could play a little bit just if I can figure it out here. Arizona sky. want to go. Song when I'm and I find the words every time you say about every word. When the sun goes down and the bell on the way, I'll always remember us this way, something like that. Which reminds me, I did a song that I'd done in a band before. Two songs in two bands, but two different types of. And I had to say goodbye to a fairly good friend the other day, I feel like, and that was hard. And I did a video about that just yesterday. If you're going to write songs, then I may give some lyrics ideas. Yeah, welcome to it. In the meantime, I'm going to write one about my cousin, which you can give ideas on that just based on what you hear. Any of you can. We can collab. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know one of you already does subscribe and is obviously liking, but remember to hit the like button. And the notification bell, that's the thing about subscribing is it's hit and miss whether the newsfeed will show it to you unless you hit the notification bell. But I'm pretty sure that On already has done that. Okay, so I'm just going to see what comes from this because I don't even know if I still have his picture next to me here. I did. I don't think I did anything with it, but I have a lot of stuff on the couch here. So let's just see what we get from it. Because in the video I did about him I talked about him, but I don't think I sang much about him. I actually had a friend's relative here briefly today, and I'm also thinking of one of their favorite singers, and that was the first song her mother heard me do. So this may sound rough because I'm just making it up now, right? I learned about your you recently, something that you kept in, and I didn't see, and I didn't know. You were without a home, even for a little while. It's hard to smile. Your mother died, and your dad, you got that condition that one of both of them had. You had to give up on your career dreams. Sometimes in pain you would scream. You hung around the house, your lovely dog, share his time with your wife. Would go visit your brother and the others that live near you. I'm to have you in my life. We'd visit, we'd swim, we'd eat, we'd laugh. We'd visit, we'd swim, we'd eat, we'd laugh. I'll read that in a moment, don't worry. Then I made a move, got ready for a move. Though I didn't live very close to you, I did not live far either. You came to the party Then we lost touch. I know your spirit said you care about us very much. And not that long ago, you said that you can say love. You held it in your heart, even up above. Now you're with your parents. Actually, I knew his parents. I just realized when he shared that with me. Okay, just a moment here. Just a moment here. I wouldn't be surprised if his dad did have MS. And it's true, when I felt like he was sharing this with me telepathically, he had said his mother. Now, his mother passed away, I think, a few years before his dad, but certainly not in his. I don't think he was in his 20s, but maybe he was. I think he died in his 40s. He could have been in his late 20s. But when I knew him, unless Mary wasn't his real mother, maybe Mary was his stepmother. I may never know what the kind of family I have. And then his dad had Parkinson's. He had a Lassie dog, and I was just noticing a dog. It was sitting looking at a pillow that had the face of a fox on it. Alan, remember to like. Appreciate it. Helps it look even better after it's rolling. And I think it was a pommy that they had. Well, it looked like a pommy, but no, it was actually I forget what they call